Hi, everyone.
Hey,
Welcome,
good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Should we
whatever it
say
may be.
Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy 4th of July, whatever it may be. No intro tonight. We just popped on and just went boop.
We are still experimenting, trying to figure out what is going on with our stuff. I think since I'm on my old tablet, I think my audio and stuff is better, but we still are hearing static once in a while.
And there's nothing plugged into that tablet at all. Nothing that causes static.
Hi, Jimbo.
Hi, Jimbo.
So we really don't have a specific subject tonight. We got a couple things we're probably going to talk about, but mostly we want to talk with the people in the chat. And if you guys have any questions or any comments or anything you're interested in, we can talk about that, and we'll just see how the chat goes tonight. And we'll head on out and see where we end up.
And we're not going to talk about the subject that a show had earlier. I'll give you a hint. Everyone needs to go see Donnie Cho's first show. It was very, very good. Mama, you better not knock over my tablet. So my glitchiness stopped behind me. I don't see any glitchiness behind you.
I don't hear any static right at the moment.
Good. Very good.
All right. So, what do you want to talk about? Got anything in mind?
Well, what is causing so many new cryptid creatures showing up?
Wow, that's a lot to unfold.
And there's not just one CERN that's a hydro collider.
And who knows? Who knows what the right answer is?
They're all over the whole world by now, probably. And are they piercing the veil and opening up portals, bringing things in? Now
Well,
people are, there's
cryptids.
more reports on feline cat beings now.
Now, cryptids have been here for longer than we have.
Yep,
So they've been here before the portals or the portals that we have made. I mean, the indigenous people talk about portals. The Aztecs talked about portals. So there's always been portals too. So
right. But are they being more active now? Just makes me wonder, is it because people's energy and vibrations are higher and they're seeing them? Or is something else
well,
happening?
Native Americans and the Aztecs and all them, and I mean, even the Egyptians supposedly had portals. They were more protective of their rituals and portals and all that stuff. So maybe they restricted what was coming in, coming out. But now that CERN is just opening portals wherever, I mean, portals are just opening up. It doesn't even have to be at the CERN site. I think they're opening portals places they don't realize they're opening them. So if there's nobody there guarding them or to shut them down or close them or anything, then who knows how many keep coming in and out.
Are we causing portals to open up? What about that one dude's video that looked pretty legit? I know CGI is pretty good, but that dude is missing still, isn't he?
As far as we know, the guy from Arizona has not been found, but I personally think it was CGI.
Faked?
Yeah, because there was a guy I watched that made it on his computer exactly like he did by using CGI, and he showed how he did it.
Hmm.
I really liked the video of the original guy, though. I mean, that was very interesting. But I mean, it makes you wonder if frequency and sound could open up a portal.
I thought I heard somewhere that certain portals or stargates can only open up in a certain hertz or certain frequency, and they got to figure out what it is.
Well, he supposedly in his video he combined uh, frequency through a tone generator to get the portal to open up. So I mean, it's possible it could happen. I mean, I don't know how you would determine what the right frequencies are. I mean, I think he used 432 and 528. Is that right? 528.
Yeah.
I
Now,
think
some
those
of
were.
the
I think those
swirly
were the.
things.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
Those are the two that he combined and played through a cheap speaker. So the cheap speaker kind of threw me off. I don't know how good a quality it is, but
Hmm. But what about all the swirly, weird things that people are seeing in the sky? Could that be blue beam or?
they were actually saying that was from rocket tests.
Hmm.
I don't know if I necessarily believe that. I mean, I've never seen a rocket ever make that, but then again, I've never seen the plume off of Elon Musk's rocket from any other kind of rocket. So that was really strange how it makes that bubble and
Right. Why does
around the
his?
rocket.
Why does his only do that? There's many rockets and stuff that we've launched up. Makes you wonder.
So, they call certain stuff hoax and other things that might be real, they might they might call them hoax too and try to cover them up. I mean, you just never know what.
Well, when they catch one hoax, then everybody thinks all of them are hoaxes. That's what's bad about some of this stuff. You just have to catch one person being a hoax, and then everyone's got to debunk everything.
But just like the government or whoever saying, all these alien reports are fake or whatever, or that they don't have any way of substantiating it. They cover it up by calling everybody a conspiracy theorist.
Right,
Try to discredit you in the media and the news and all that. So why wouldn't they use the same tactic now for alien encounters or cryptids or portals or any kind of secrets that get out? And they say, "Oh, that's conspiracy theory. That's nothing." Or they just like the spy satellites. Oh, it's just a weather balloon. Oh,
right,
okay.
right.
Yep, that's right, Jimbo. They always try
Hmm.
to divide us.
Yep,
That's their
a
number
big
one
division
tactic.
game. Yep, they divide us about a lot of different things. It doesn't matter what you think in your opinion. Be proud of it if you did your own research and used your critical thinking and came to your own conclusion, but it doesn't mean everyone else is going to have the same opinion. So just stay in your own lane and we could agree to disagree on things. But this division is, these last few years, has been the worst I've ever seen in my whole life.
We like listening to everybody, even people, all you guys in chats. You guys have just as many theories or ideas that we do. I mean, we don't know if our theories are right, wrong, whatever. But we like taking little bits and pieces from everybody's show and make sense, or try to make sense of it and put it together where it makes sense to us, so we can understand what we're saying, or try to give out to you guys as information. I mean, there's just so many aspects that we don't know, just like Bigfoot, you know, being dimensional, or working with elementals,
or just flesh and blood.
or using trees, to hide, or do they camouflage, or they cloak themselves. But there's a big line of theories, where Bigfoot uses portals. Since
Right.
we're on the portal and CERN and all that.
Yep. Can they make a portal in front of them and just go? Similar to, was it Marvel movies, that they just spin their circle, a finger or whatever, and they knew that they could cause a portal in front and poof, be gone.
They could, but
Or or in, or blend into the trees, like people say. They just instantly know how to blend right into the trees somehow.
I think they are dimensional, or at
Mm-hmm.
least some of them are. They might not all. Some of them might be flesh and blood creatures that have been here. Not creatures, cryptids, or whatever you want to classify Sasquatch or Bigfoot as. I think a lot of them are indigenous, that they are, I mean, because you have them all the way back through history where they've had reports of them. So some of them might actually just be flesh and blood, and whether they
Well, I
live
can't.
in it, whether they live in inner earth caves and regions that we haven't explored or can't get to, then there
Why
might be
can't they?
some that are dimensional.
Why can't they be flesh and blood while they're here? But they are interdimensional.
Well, they can be, but I'm saying there might be some of them are just like are animals, like a bear,
Right.
or whatever. They just that might be all there is to them. They just might be a simple animal, flesh and blood. But then there might be other ones that are actually either alien species, or somebody taking the form of a Sasquatch, or maybe it might be just a Sasquatch that's got a higher conscious and has dimensional.
That little bug.
Hi, Jeezy. Thanks for coming. We're just talking about portals and cryptids and just having a casual conversation. And if anybody in chat has anything to say, tell us what you think about what your ideas are, theories on all this.
And if anybody hears a really strange noise, the dog is snoring. She's snoring loud too. She is just out. Oh my goodness. Hmm. So yeah, welcome everyone who is in either a Twitch chat or a Facebook chat or Williams chat or our chat.
Now we're only streaming to 4 channels tonight.
For which is what? Just Twitch and just YouTube?
Yep, on
Oh no.
ours and Williams. I
Okay,
didn't
no
do I
no
didn't do any
Facebook.
of the Facebooks or Twitters or any of that because I wanted to try it out.
Or we're on Twitch, right? Because I see 2 Twitches up on my notifications.
Yep, we're on Twitch.
Okay. Well, not sure if
Hi, Freaky
anyone's.
Geek.
Hi, Freaky. Welcome. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Officially morning for us anyway. It's morning.
So back to Sasquatch. I tend to believe, like I was saying, there could be just flesh and blood, and then there might be ones that actually have supernatural abilities or dimensional abilities. I mean, it might be just like the Native Americans, have the normal tribe, and then there's a medicine man or a spiritual leader or the shaman that can walk in the other planes or the dimensions and tell the people. Maybe there's only certain ones of the Sasquatch can do that, and then everybody else is normal, but can still go in and out through the portals that they open up.
Mm-hmm. No worries, Freaky. A lot of people have been losing power on and off, having storms.
Well, we didn't know we were going to do a third test. We didn't know we were going to
Right.
do a second test, but we just kept trying different things to eliminate it. And so far, me going back to my old tablet seems to have cured my problem, I guess, with glitching and my sound going in and out. Well, I hope my sound's doing good tonight.
And I think it's more comfortable me being in a chair instead of you and me
Trying to
squeezing
cram
next.
together in one screen.
Yeah, squeezing and cramming each other in one screen, right? And
Actually, I'd like to be upstairs too, but I think our mics would interfere with each other
oh yeah,
unless we went to headphones.
or I go outside. I don't think I'd have enough light though if I go outside.
Well, that blue light would probably light you up good enough. Or
Yeah,
you talk
I
about
don't know.
outside, not
I'm yeah, I'm talking about outside, outside.
you don't want to go out there with the smoke.
Well, I was out there quite a bit tonight. The smoke's a lot better than last night.
See, I thought it was worse tonight or today. I thought the smoke was actually worse today than yesterday because
Well, I think it was
it was
worse
lower
this
to the
afternoon.
ground and everywhere.
Yeah, I think it was worse this afternoon, but then this evening it seemed like it was better. My eyes weren't burning as bad, my throat's not burning as bad. So I'm seeing a lot
Where's
of people.
280,000 people without power at, Jimbo?
Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm not sure where the storms are tonight. I did see some weather guys that were live on YouTube, so I figured there were some bad storms somewhere. We've got a chance, I think, the next 3 days. I mean, we're getting close to 10 weeks with no really significant amount of rain.
Hmm.
We can get some in the next 3 days. Oh my goodness, I'd be so happy. I think the robins would too. I think they're having a hard time finding food.
Right.
I'm having a hard time even finding enough weeds for the goats. We're starting to run out of weeds. That's pretty bad. I mean, there's no grass, but I was giving them weeds, and now the weeds are starting to die out. Might have to start going to tree branches.
Oh, hi, Susie B. I didn't see you pop in. I'm sorry.
Hey, Susie B B B B B. Welcome. I got to get over here and read what everybody's saying. What are
I
we?
was just, I was just curious, and we've talked about this before. I wonder if the smoke bothers Sasquatch or any of them cryptids up in Canada, and they came down here trying to get away from the smoke and fires.
Goats getting weeds for a high goat milk. So, Freaky, where are I? You probably asked before. Where do you live, Freaky? Yeah, it just seemed like today in the afternoon the smoke was really, really bad, but it did seem like it kind of faded out somewhat. The moon is still glowing red
Well, they're still saying
until
Friday
Friday.
for us.
Oh, brother. I don't know. I was concerned about, affecting animals and birds and
Ricky Geek says Ontario, Canada. Susie B answered my question about she thinks they go into caves, and I believe they do use caves, and I think they
yeah,
also maybe even the inner earth, or depending on how deep those cave systems go.
right. But I've never had smoke that just kind of lingered right above the ground and just stayed there, looked like fog. It just seems like this was odd. It's different. People said, their eyes are burning and
Well, I'm sure there's chemicals in it, whether it's getting
Hmm.
it from the chemtrails or the clouds above us or from the material that gets burned up. I mean, there's houses
Right.
and factories and stuff that's probably got burned up, and then all all that electrical and all the equipment and plastics
Hmm.
and rubbers and compounds all get mixed into that smoke, and then guess where it goes? It ends up being here with us.
I don't know. I just hope it don't do this on and off all summer. Dogman UK.
I didn't see him pop up.
Hey. Yeah, he was here the other night. Welcome back. Welcome to the Night Owl Lounge family.
Did I miss him too? I did miss him. Sorry. I must have been talking and not watching chat because he is in chat. I didn't recognize it.
Oh, and something else Facebook's been, not Facebook, but YouTube's been doing. It shows one person in chat for me, and I know there's
It
heck
shows
of a lot,
two.
heck of a lot
Shows,
more than one.
shows two for me, but we got more than that in chat.
Right. And I've been noticing that in other people's chats too. I'm thinking, really? I don't know what YouTube is doing.
So my question was about the fires in Canada. If you think they push cryptids down in the U.S. or like Susie
Oh,
like Susie said, do they go down in caves or inner Earth
right. Or are they moving
or
down here?
or if they're dimensional, maybe don't bother them at all. Maybe they can just walk through fires or smoke or, use portals or dimensional capabilities to go wherever they want. Oh, you started the coffee thing already.
Huh?
Susie
I
says
did.
she wants coffee now.
I'm drinking macadamia nut flavored.
I'm drinking Royal Crown.
Hey, we're gonna get copyrighted for that. Stop
That's
it.
all right. What do I care?
I
They got
know.
they got to watch our midnight show to copyright us first.
No, I don't know if we ever want to actually really be monetized anyway. We can do what we want here. Kind of. But I don't think I'll go down the road of Donnie Cho tonight of talking about Bigfoot junk.
No, I don't think we have to.
He started that. I went, what? So once again, everybody needs to go and subscribe to Donnie Cho Says Stuff. He only he only has a few. He's got to get subscribers. He had his first show, and I won't spoil it. You just got to watch it. It's only like 19 minutes long.
Yeah, so Donnie started a show, and Diva's got one coming up, and Dennis
Yep.
Carroll's got a show coming up, and this weekend I hope to get with Dennis and help him navigate StreamYard and give him his first tutorial on StreamYard. Not that
Aw.
not that I'm any good at it, but at least I kind of know more about it because Dennis usually just pops in as a guest. He doesn't ever go to the platform, even though he has full access to it. He just likes us to send him a link and then he just pops in.
Well, I sure did help you. You know, text helped you out quite a bit. You guys getting on StreamYard and showing you what to do and this and this and that. And it's nice everybody's helping each other. And, and we're going to have problems here and there. And then they probably had the same problems in the past and they can help us out. So it just seemed like everyone's having technical problems and here and there. And just keep learning with trial and error. I think Dennis will do fine. He'll figure it out. He's a pretty smart dude.
Oh, I'm glad you're doing better, Susie. She says her face is coming back slowly but
Oh,
surely.
good. Good, 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 good. Wow. How many weeks has this been? I know some people have it for quite a while. Wow. Do they even know what causes that? 4 weeks. Oh my gosh. Hey, thank you for the link. Yeah. Donnie needs
Johnny
subscribers.
Joe says stuff.
Yep. Donnie Joe says stuff. He needs subscribers. And make sure you hit that bell for notification and like his very first show. I thought it was funny.
So yeah, the guy that I knew that went to Canada on a fishing trip, he got bit by a bug and somehow it transferred some kind of virus or something to him, and that's how he ended up getting like Bell's palsy.
Oh, brought back from Vegas. Oh,
Huh.
wow.
Well,
Wow.
who knows what's living in Vegas? It's like going into Chicago or any of the big cities, or there's so many people there and so much stuff.
Well, honestly, you can't trust any kind of hotel rooms these days.
No.
Even the expensive ones you can't trust. So, yeah. Oh, wow.
So back to Sasquatch.
Oh, that was the second show? I thought this was his first show.
No, he had a zero, which was kind of a test, kind of
Oh,
preview of
okay.
what he was going to be doing. I think he pre-recorded it. I'm not positive. I think this was his first live one, though.
Okay. All right.
Maybe I'm wrong. I don't remember.
Well, I think he did good. So, is it going to be every Wednesday night, I wonder? I don't know if I heard a schedule for Donnie.
I don't know if he did going to stay on the same schedule or not. So, say, Susie, you had like a sinus infection, then it turned into Bell's palsy.
Oh, wow. Well, a lot of people are having sinus problems, allergies,
I got a little bit of a
coughing,
headache.
congestion.
I got a little bit of a headache now, and
Oh,
I
I've
didn't
had
have
a
it.
mild one. The last 2 days I've had one because of all this smoke that's down here in Illinois.
I didn't have one on the way home or anything. Now all of a sudden I feel sinus pressure in my head. Oh well. So anyway, Sasquatch, I've been putting other people's ideas in my own, and I kind of add to what they have or take away from what they have, and I think Sasquatch are dimensional beings. I think they have a higher consciousness than us. I think they can go in and out of our plane. That's why we don't find them. I do like other people's theories about how they can use trees as portals, or they can cloak themselves so you can't see them. I like the theory of not only of the trees being portals, but how when they make the whoop sound or they smack on the trees or whatever form they use for vocalization, or that people think that they're awakening the elementals in the trees and using them, or that they will help them to come into the tree and hide.
Or turn
And
into a tree trunk.
yep, and the same way with the rock elementals, the rock people, they help Sasquatch. So I think they're all connected, just like we
Mm-hmm.
always say, everything's always connected. I think I mean, there's no way of knowing, unless you actually see this happening from another view or catch it on film or yeah, dog man, I don't really know. I just been piecing this all together from all the shows, and from being on Texas Front Porch and being with William Nighthawk and Dennis Carroll on their shows, and from Jessica, the Cryptus Hunters, being on her show, and her and Barry talking about, how they think they use trees as portals, because Barry and Jessica both said that, every time you think you see a Sasquatch or a Bigfoot, they disappear behind a tree. Then you go to that tree or look in the area and they're nowhere to be found. But you didn't see them come in, you didn't see them go out, you didn't see them in something that big. I mean, there's not too many trees unless you're up in redwoods that could actually hide something that huge.
My mind's causing a blank. Maybe somebody in chat will know. There's someone out there in our community that saw a squirrel shapeshift in the Sasquatch, or Sasquatch shapeshift into a squirrel, either or. I'm not sure. I think it was a squirrel turning into a Sasquatch, and I don't remember who it was. If it was Barry or Barry Littleton. Oh, somebody. So, my goodness, how many times have we seen a rabbit or a squirrel or something like that, and it's not them?
They're talking about crystals and stuff now, and I do believe that all minerals, crystals, gemstones, they all have a certain frequency. I mean, I think there has been experiments, and I thought about doing that myself, trying to see if I can levitate a crystal off of a table using a tone generator, see if I can match the right frequency to see if it would start vibrating or lifting up. But yes, I'm assuming that Bigfoot being a higher consciousness than us, and they have a different frequency for their being than
Hmm.
us, I would assume, or whatever level
Hmm.
they're on. They they have use of nature. I mean, this I think that's why they're in contact with the elementals. The elementals definitely, they're in control of the rocks, the grass, the earth, the air, the trees, the animals. I mean, they're all in tune with each other.
I just had a thought. I don't know if it was a download, what you want to call it. But when I read that comment about ley lines and crystals, well, where are all these crystals and amethysts and this and that? People are finding them in the ground or like on the side of a mountain. How do we not know how many crystals and different gemstones, granite, is underneath the ground closer to the ley lines than we think? Does that make sense?
Well, I think the ley lines are created by the minerals in the earth. Say it's a crystal formation, or
Causing the energy?
so that's the energy source, taking it from the earth, whether it's from the inner core of the earth, generating energy, then it goes into the crystal formations into the earth, and then underneath our surface of our land, or we're on top underneath. So there's what they have, the ley lines, and I think the crystals are generating it, and I think that's where all the Aztec and Egyptian, talk about the pyramids collecting that energy. I think ley lines go right to them, and they're using all the energy from the earth, and
Mm-hmm.
they transform through the ley lines, and you can pick them up on EMF meters, for the magnetism and the changing the frequencies in our environment.
Hmm. Wow, makes you wonder. Is there an amethyst mountain underneath us? A rose quartz mountain?
Well, people find rose quartz out in fields. I mean, big chunks
Mm-hmm.
of it, depending on what part of the country you're from. I mean, we haven't really heard of that here in Illinois, but I'm assuming there is some kind of
Well,
formation underneath us.
if we've had so many resets, possibly, and layers and layers and layers of history literally buried, who knows what the earth looked like millions of years ago?
Now, Dogman asked if think our DNA holds our ancestors' fear of these things passed down through the ages. I have no doubt that, since we were born, we obviously take some of our chromosomes and our DNA from our mothers and dads, and obviously our grandfathers, grandmas, all the way down through the line have added to that chain to us, and that goes right along with family curses. Is that passed on through DNA? So I don't really know. My speculation is that, just like diseases, just like everything else, I mean, there could be phobias, there could be all kinds of stuff, information passed through DNA that we don't understand, or we don't know, or maybe somebody's made some kind of scientific research on it, but none that I know of. But I do believe, obviously, that traits and all kinds of stuff are passed through that genetic code through the DNA.
I don't think they'll know fully about DNA. I think a lot of it's still a mystery and head scratching. They might say they know, but I bet there's still a lot of mystery to it.
Then back to portals, I would think the ley lines and the portals all tie in together. I mean, where some ley lines have conjunctions with more than one ley line, that's got to be a strong place, or for portals to have the chance to open up, or maybe who knows, maybe it's laid out that way. Maybe.
Well, one thing that almost proved it to me is these ley lines around the whole world has pyramids connected. So it's not just Egypt. There's pyramids, and they're all around the ley lines.
Hi,
So
Aussie Sue.
that's got to be something. Hi, Ozzy
Aussie,
Sue.
we're just talking about Sasquatch, ley lines, portals,
Crystals,
crystals, gemstones, just about everything.
Sasquatch.
Trying to figure out how they're all related, or trying to make sense of it, or what everybody's theories in chat on it is. And is there a lot of ley lines in Australia, just like there are in the U.S.?
Oh, they got to be all over.
Well, I
It
know they
don't
are,
matter.
but I mean,
Yeah.
I know the UK has a ton of ley lines. Obviously that.
Yep, I agree, UK man. We are not in control anymore.
I don't
We
think we
lost
ever
we
will.
lost control many, many years ago. Just like a frog in water, it was just little by little by little. They
Turned
got
up
it,
the heat.
and yep, and then we finally wake up and go, what do we do now? We just keep looking up and have faith. Miss Dog is, I hope she don't snore when we go to bed.
Snoring pretty bad, huh?
Oh, she, yep. I don't see the toes twitching yet, so she's not in dreamland.
Well, I know you guys have the big mounds, the red mounds. I can't remember the name of it though, but it's just like our big earth mounds. And I'm sorry, Aussie, I can't think of the name of it. The big monument or mound of red clay, red soil that's in Australia. I think that's been attributed some kind of magnetic or ley lines too, or portals. I just saw that the other day on the internet too.
Hmm. Isn't it funny when you come across things like that, and sometimes for reasons?
Now they say if you look up every single monolith, like the one I'm talking about in Australia, the big red monolith there, and you can take it all the way through through like the Bermuda Triangle, through the Georgia Guidestones, through the Serpent Mounds. You can take them. You can have them line up from the pyramids, from Giza, through all those places. They just line. You can draw a line through almost all of them, and they all seem to fit on a line. And they say their ley lines are that are connected to all these places.
Sorry, I giggled, but when you said Georgia Guidestones, they're no longer there.
Well, some of it's still there,
I
unless
thought
they
they got
tore
rid of
unless they
all of it.
tore them all down. I think maybe that
Yeah,
they got blown
yeah.
up.
I think it's totally gone. Yeah, they got rid of all of it. Makes you wonder if another one's gonna pop up somewhere.
Dogman's been to Stonehenge. That'd be cool.
Oh, wow. Did you feel anything strange when you were there?
He said there's a lot of energy there.
Oh,
Not
I bet. Oh my goodness, I bet.
the Nazi said they call them termite mounds. Probably not saying it right. Termite.
And I don't think it's just the stones. I think it's the formation. Because I
Well,
have some,
I think it's
I've
the
got some,
area.
yeah, the area
I,
too.
I think I think it's where it's actually at. Then not too far from Stonehenge, there's another one, almost like there was another community or another whether it's Druids, whoever you believe built Stonehenge. There was a prehistoric one even before that one they found not too far away from Stonehenge.
Well, what I was thinking is, I've got a rock garden out and back, which is one thing. I got crystal and gemstones. But in another area, I've got some sentimental special rocks to me. And there's quite a few of them. And each one of them were handled by a very close friend of mine that passed away with cancer a couple of years ago. And I made a circle out of them. And I have one real big one in the middle. And when I sit in that middle, I mean, I can just feel energy. There's just something about it. So just ordinary, regular rocks that she collected, gave to my son, and he put them around a big giant tree. And then when they moved, I grabbed them and brought them to my place. So I mean, it's not just the stones. And it could be location, but not really my location, the backyard. But I think it's the formation also that makes a big difference. And look at all the Indians, how many medicine wheels that they did create and make out of rocks. So I mean, rocks have energy and rocks have history, and I mean, not just gemstones and pretty shiny ones, just an ordinary rock from a walking a riverbed. You
Well,
can just feel
I
energy
believe
off of them.
I believe it's the land that they use also. So
Hmm.
if you have a specific spot that say the land the ley lines converge on, or it has some kind of spiritual meaning, whether you blessed it or used that land, for that purpose. There's all kinds of energies that can be created all different ways, whether it's natural from the earth, the crystals and the ley lines and the magnetic field, or spiritually, that if you make that a holy place or you make that a mystical place, then that attribute's going to stay there in that area. If the Druids held their rituals there for say 1,000 years, I can't remember how long the Druids were around. I'm sure it was at least that.
Hmm.
Then that area is going to have a significance just in that ritual aspect or spiritual aspect, let alone the ley lines and the magnetic field. That so if you put all those together, that's a pretty powerful place.
Yep.
Just like the hanging tree that we talked about with Marty. So the tree that they use as the hanging spot now for people to go to commit suicide or do their rituals at is not the original hanging tree, but yet
The energy was
there's
left.
an evil presence there now at that new tree because everybody puts that energy towards that
Yeah.
negative energy in that spot. So you would have to literally cleanse that spot eventually. And I think it's the same way with
Hmm.
the guide stones or
Hmm.
Stonehenge or the pyramids or
Yeah, the negative energy stays. It reminds me of that suicide forest over in China or Japan or wherever that was, that just took one person to commit suicide and then more did and more did and more did. And that negative energy just stayed there and turned into a very nasty area. That doesn't make sense.
so that goes back to my theory that okay, if you practice these rituals over and over and you put that significance in that spot, that area all the time, whether it's negative or good, that's going to be associated with that area and it's not going to go away unless somebody cleanses it somehow or turns it to a from a positive to a negative or negative to a positive.
Hmm. We live in a strange world. And I still say, when you come up with an answer, you just end up getting 20 more questions.
I mean, we have a lot of power ourselves, our mind and our energy. We can manifest stuff just by our belief or our thought process that okay, if we believe in this strong enough, we're gonna manifest that. Just like the made up myth about a thin man or hat man, then everybody kept concentrating on that, and kids, believing and doing evil stuff, and that just manifests that whole thing where now actually there is a theory that there is an actual Slender Man or Hat Man. I see a cattail,
Can you tell which one it is?
Rocky. I
Yeah.
can I can see his back and his back of his head.
Now, you two don't fight. We're on a live show. I got Sissy next to me.
So
Everyone's taking all the pillows, and Rocky keeps walking in circles, keep looking up,
trying to
and
find a place.
oh yeah, he's just been kind of bummed because I got down. Everyone stole all the pillows, and so I invited him up here, and he left. Whatever, traitor.
So the more negativity, just like in Slender Man or Hat Man, that they took a myth or a made up thing that just started online and everybody paid attention to it and gave all these negative aspects to it. And then some people,
Hmm.
like those girls killed their schoolmate or stabbed her 13 times or whatever because they said Slender Man told them to.
Yep. And then there's
You
that
know,
grin man for a while too, that people would drive down country roads and see this tall, slender man just smiling,
yeah.
just creepy, just big. And they call him Grin Man. I'll be right back. I'm making more coffee.
So I really believe that we manifest that and we concentrate on it so hard, whether it's evil or whether it's good, that we could have demonic entities or whatever they are. They can go ahead and say, okay, these people are in fear of this now. We feel this energy coming from this story, from this thing. So they can make that manifest by our negative intentions towards that theory. Hey Mars, how you doing? Thanks for coming. Looks like we have, well, on my screen, I don't know if it's the actual true number. We have 11 now that's watching this show. Glad you're all here. I hope you're enjoying the conversation. Let us know in chat if you have any ideas or what you think's going on of anything that we're talking about, or if you have something we haven't talked about, go ahead and bring it up. And
Who popped in?
Mars,
Oh, hi, Mars. Welcome back. Man, everyone's active up here tonight. I guess they're happy that I'm up here.
So that's the same thing with the Killing Mountain and Dark Forest or Killing Forest in Japan, where people go there to commit suicide, and now it's haunted and
Ooh.
has negative aspects. What?
Why, blue pearls? I've never heard of pearls being blue.
As
Blue
far as what?
pearls. The color. I thought pearls were, white or yellowish white. I didn't realize pearls can be blue.
Yeah, but that says Minecraft.
Oh, in Minecraft?
Yeah. So it can be
I'm
whatever
just
color.
I'm
It can
just
be
I'm
whatever
just learning
color.
Minecraft. I've never
It
played it,
can
but
be
I watched.
whatever color the creator makes them. I mean, you can have blue and white
Okay.
and black and
I guess I've never seen them on when our son plays Minecraft. Be right back.
so yeah, you're talking about full access of our brain. They say we only have less than 10% access to our brain and our capabilities. And me and Jane talk about that all the time, where we think the processed foods, the chemicals that we deal with every day, that's in our clothes, in our foods, in our laundry detergent, in our air that we breathe, in our water, that calcifies, if you want to call it calcification, our pineal gland. And then we no longer have the ability that we had when we were kids before we enjoyed a chemical free life for quite a
Thank
bit
you.
of our adolescence, when we had abilities. Most people find their abilities when they're kids, whether it's clairvoyant or whatever your gifts are, whether it's you're an empath or a star child or whatever. But then you start growing up, then you start indulging, in what the adults indulge in, whether like I said, it's processed food or the chemtrails pounding down on us, or the chemicals in our everyday plastics and everything else in our lives start messing up our pineal gland. And there is ways that you can open your pineal gland back up and start getting your abilities back if you start concentrating and raising your consciousness in your higher. Yeah, we had a cat butt. What was that? That wasn't very nice for a live stream.
You did a cat butt. That was horrible, sissy.
That's getting as bad as Donnie's show now here pretty soon.
I saw that one. Oh, Cadence, quit it. Oh, she's the one that just hops back and forth, back and forth, back and forth,
There we go
back and
again.
forth.
What are you doing?
Stop it, sissy, quit it. Stop it.
I don't know what you guys are doing up there, but
Oh, she always does this. If I don't
we
pay
just
attention, she hops over here,
we just
and if I
lost
still
our
ignore
G rating because of you guys.
Cadence. Oh my goodness. Sorry. Cats just love doing things like that. It's kitty porn. Cadence, that's horrible. Wow. Yeah, everybody sees you, you know that. Huh? You got a cute face, just don't show off your butt.
Yeah.
Ugh. Ugh. I mean, when they want attention, they just won't let you stop. Quit it. She's a very teeny tiny little cat.
Mm-mm.
Sometimes I call her Pixie. Huh? Pixie? Get on your tippy toes. Yeah, we got too many cats in this room right now. Oh, you can't see her.
Uh-oh, dog man had to go to work.
There you are.
Oh, there's a cat
Oh,
fight
now you
again.
got tail. Get your butt down. I have to look at the camera. Yo, that's a horrible face. Not the butt. Turn around. See the dog. Now you can't see the dog. Now you can see the dog. You finally wake up? Yeah. You were snoring. Don't snore when we go to bed. All right, you can come back. Got hair all
No,
over.
no, I don't want
Hair. You don't wanna? What are you
to. I
doing?
don't.
Picking your nose?
No.
Smoking. Smoking. Maybe I'll leave it like that so people can see the dog in the background.
All right, everybody. What do you want to talk about? We talked about portals, Sasquatch, ley lines.
Oh, dog man leaving?
Yeah, I think he had to go to work
Oh, okay. I missed him.
since
Just
he's
still
in
here.
the
Bye.
since his day's probably starting and ours is over. Kind of over.
It will be. We've been on for almost an hour.
Have we really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, it's almost 1:30.
Time flies.
Yeah, so for not having a subject, hey, we've been winging it already. We got through an hour and haven't bored too many. We still have 5 in our chat. I'm not sure about Williams.
Altogether, my screen shows 9, but this before we knew we had
Hmm.
at least 5 people in chat, and it only showed 2.
Then it must be 4 over in Williams. Ah. Well, yay.
Yeah,
We
I
must
like
like.
portals. I like portals too. Anything that deals with time and space and time travel and dimensions and stuff like that, I really gravitate towards that. I mean, I like all the other subjects. We can talk about paranormal and cryptids and all
Ghosts.
the woo factors and high strangeness, but
Phenomenon.
I really do like portals and dimensions the most, and
Woo, 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 woo.
I like
Phenomenal.
time slips and
No.
glitches in the matrix and
No. Sorry, I don't want to get scratched. If I
no.
ignore her, she gets upset and she starts reaching a paw out and scratching me.
Freaky says he's not winging it because he doesn't have any feathers, so he can't fly.
Freaky's a she.
I'm sorry.
You did that the other night. I'm
That's
pretty
right, I
sure
did.
Freaky's a she.
Yep, I'm sorry.
She.
I don't know why I think that. I don't know.
Because a girl can have a freaky name.
I know. It's just I don't know why I associated
Nope.
that
Nope.
name.
I'm a lad. What? All right. Now come on.
See, you were wrong.
Freaky is a male. Doesn't matter. Freaky's freaky. Freaky's special. We have a
Oh,
special
see,
freaky.
Mars likes paranormal and little people, specifically gnomes. You got the gnome collection from your mother.
Oh, what? I was reading chat. What were you saying?
I was reading chat to you.
Oh,
Hey, Wendy.
so what did you say about gnomes?
I don't know. Mars said that he likes the paranormal, and especially little people, and specifically gnomes.
I like gnomes. Yeah, my mother had this special collection, and every payday she'd get one and get one, and there's mushrooms and all kinds of different things. And when she passed away, I got the whole collection. Something about little gnomes.
So no, gnomes are part of the elementals, along with leprechauns and goblins and fairy and
Hobbits.
fae folk and hobbits, and
Hobbits.
they just grouped a whole bunch of all these little people, or I guess not. Some of them aren't actually little though. Some of them are kind of normal size, or what I would call normal size. That they can be.
I still say Lord of the Rings was disclosure. They were traveling, inner Earth, hollow Earth, whatever you want to call it. If they're separate, if they are called the same, who knows? Inner Earth goes to hollow Earth.
Now, Susie the troll, was it just like you'd see in the movies or read about in fairy tales? What did the troll look like? Was it like this big ogre thing living underneath of a bridge?
Hmm. I need the. I think it was a little troll that Amber Para World saw. She saw a little naked little thing running in the forest, and I think it was a little naked troll. I gotta ask her again. She'll be coming on here. We'll ask her to tell that story.
So in the UK, you got little people and leprechauns and fairies, fays. Then in the US, we have, I guess, basically the same thing. We don't really have leprechauns though, but we have elementals and stuff that are similar to leprechauns. I mean,
All right, maybe
we had the fae folk. We have little people, especially in Native American aspect. They have little people that they called.
they just call leprechauns, a different name, but something similar that are around the world. Just like these other cryptid creatures and stuff have different names. It had a big nose. What state did you see it in?
That's interesting, Susie.
Because I think
And
Amber Para World's in
then
West Virginia. Wow. Well, I've
and
heard
then the
stories of way up in the mountains seeing large trolls.
Circo
And
have seen a fairy. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Circo. What did the fairy look like? Did you see it fly? Did it appear magically, or was it just there the whole time? Was it a physical being?
oh wow. Oh, it was in Idaho. Hmm.
Oh, Susie Bees was in Idaho, the troll.
Well, the other story that I heard, and I think it was Duke from World Bigfoot Radio. Either he saw one or he knew people saw one. That was up either Idaho or Montana, same area. Because Duke is pretty close to Idaho. Oh my goodness. He said they're real. Rock people are real. Just like the Lord of
Circo
the Rings when the rocks came out and they were people.
Circo
Or they're
said the
real.
Circo said the fairy was flying around and kind of glowed for a few seconds. That's cool.
Oh, cool.
No, I've never actually seen a fairy. We
I,
think we have little people or fairies.
I've sensed them. I kind of saw it in my third eye that they were dancing around flowers out by my garden a couple years ago, and I just do kind of sense them.
Some people,
I don't feel malevolent or anything, whatever is
well, I
out
was
there,
just
but
getting ready to say that some people say that fairies are mischief or can be downright mean, especially if you cross them, obviously. And we were told not to make a fairy garden. Well, we had already had our fairy garden, or I don't know if it's really a fairy garden, but we tried to
no,
make it.
it's a rock garden.
Yeah, but we put crystals and all kinds of stuff that kind of attract that elemental or
It's fine. Nothing's happened yet. The two sisters are getting ready to pick on each other.
maybe you
Quit
saw
smelling her tail.
maybe Susie saw Grumpy from the Seven Dwarfs.
Yeah. I don't know. I believe all those things are real.
Yeah, leprechauns and brownies and pixies and trolls and they,
Elves.
they just lump them all in one category as in elementals.
But I believe there's good and bad in everything. I believe there probably is bad fairies and mischief and tricksters. But I also feel like there probably is some good ones too to balance it out.
Well, I think they like playing games and tricks, not in an evil way necessarily. I think they just, like they take your keys or move your keys or
And giggle.
giggle and laugh because they think it's funny, and we get frustrated or whatever. And that's just funny to them. I don't think they necessarily mean us any harm, unless we do something specifically to make them mad, or then they could probably get downright mean.
What did his eyes look like? Did they glow at all? Or was it daytime, nighttime?
They look like human eyes. Did they have a
Yeah, it looked like
color and an
human
eye look,
eyes. Yeah,
or were they just dark, or like an animal's eye? Or
grumpy-ish.
that's why I said it's probably one of the seven dwarves. It's probably grumpy she
Oh,
ran into.
that's what I'm saying. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs was probably a disclosure too. There's little grumpy dwarves out there. Does that mean some of them are sleepy and dopey and sneezy
They were.
and
Oh, you saw it in the day. Saw it in the daytime.
mm, ooh, dark eyes? Wow,
Yes, I don't know if
I believe you.
when we have these sightings, if they're caught off guard, and so they don't have their ability to cloak or hide us,
Right.
or maybe your energy was high enough where you saw right through whatever kind of shield or they were putting up.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a lot of stuff that's happening when we go back to the Sasquatch and cryptid sightings. I think everybody's raising their consciousness, or maybe it's naturally being raised because of the environment we're in now these days, that everybody's has disclosure for aliens. We have all these sightings, we have magnetic fields and sunspots going crazy. Maybe we're just reaching that age, or that what would you call it, what are those that we study? Jane, you're not paying attention to me.
I'm reading chat.
I know.
Studying
The different ages, the different what do they call those?
different
Oh,
ages.
oh well, don't it doesn't matter. I was just
No,
trying to think of
go
I was
back to what
trying to
you're saying.
I was saying that I think we're at a time of where maybe our consciousness and our abilities are raising,
Hmm. You
and
mean
our frequencies are raising because we're in that, in the current
dispensation?
dispensations. There you go. That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah,
The
we're in
age
the
of dispensation, or
yeah.
the
I think we're in the last
discernment.
dispensation to go into the 1,000-year peace or whatever they want to call it, or it'll be fifth dimension, new Earth, whatever people want to call it, Age of Aquarius. There's all kinds of names
But,
for it, but yeah, I
but
think
I'm
we're in the
saying
very
not
last
only
dispensation before this big event. We don't know how or what's going to take place, but every single culture talks about it.
So not only are we trying to purposely raise our consciousness, me and you, and I know a lot of other people are, but the more you study this, the more you learn, the more you raise your frequency, your consciousness about things going on. That then not only that our world is going through these dispensations, or into these new ages, that maybe it's naturally happening, that our bodies are starting to get back to the way they're supposed to be, and starting to discern all this stuff, and seeing these cryptids and portals and elementals popping up. So maybe they're not doing anything different, but maybe we're changing so we're able to see them more.
I think there's a lot of possibilities why. Maybe all of the above.
Maybe. Like I said, there's not, I don't think there's a truly full answer. It could be just like I always said, it's always a puzzle. Maybe there's just so many different pieces or elements to this going on. It could be us, it could be them, it could be our environment changing, it could be the end of times, it could be who knows.
Something's going on. Things are getting weird and strange, and they're getting more weird and strange. People are changing. They're getting weird and strange.
People are weird.
Well, the ones that are getting kind of weird and strange, I mean, you can tell they just actually have no heart. They have no empathy for anybody, and just, you can talk about a sad story, and they're just kind of drifting off like they're ignoring you. It's like, are you there? Hello, wake up. Hello.
The thing I like most about all this since 2020, when everybody stayed home and started diving really deep in all this research, and because
Turned into conspiracy theories.
they didn't have nothing else to do but research all this stuff online or start talking to people like we have been doing, getting to know everybody and finding out their theories, and not to argue with anybody, just to hear everybody's theories. What do you think of this subject? It's just like in our chat.
Well, the more shows you watch, another piece of the puzzle kind of goes to your critical thinking. Go, yeah, that makes sense.
But what I was getting ready to say is that since we've been home since 2020, I mean, of course, now we're not on lockdown. We're free to do our normal lives basically. But during that time period, while everybody's searching and finding disclosures and new theories and all this, that the people back in the day that were conspiracy theorists or considered crazy or nuts or loonies are now the ones that are factual and know what's going on. So the roles have kind of switched, where now we're the ones that think everybody else is crazy for trying to hide it or cover it up when we know the truth.
So many theories, so many possibilities.
Because it's
Just
just
keep
like the disclosure now with the aliens. It's getting so many sightings, so many videos, so many whistleblowers that eventually they're just not going to be able to hide it or cover it up anymore. They can cry wolf all they want, but the truth's coming out.
slow disclosure. But 80 years of silence and now slow disclosure. Why? Is there an agenda behind it?
I don't know. I mean, the
There's got to be
stories
some kind of an agenda behind it.
that's another thing though. I mean, the stories have been out there, but now I
Hmm.
think since the internet and social media and everybody's not really afraid to say stuff now and come out, that the word's getting around. My family still says I'm crazy.
Yeah,
That's all right. We're all like minds here. You can fit right in, be this part of the crazies here.
I've heard so many hosts on their shows say that half their family don't talk to them anymore and they think they're nuts. So welcome to the club. We're all weirdos. Yeah, my siblings have watched and they've enjoyed it and they've supported me, but none of your siblings have ever said, "What in the world are you doing, girl?"
They have not said anything, but I
I
know
know,
they have, like my brother is like my reels,
right? So they
but they
gotta
but they
be.
haven't they
Maybe,
haven't
maybe
personally.
the,
But
maybe there's some of the lurkers.
my brother believes in this kind of stuff too. We just don't ever really talk about it. I mean, he's grown up watching the same stuff I have, from the old sci-fi movies to and he's obviously a spiritual person, where so he knows there's supernatural and there's stuff like that out there. So I don't know specifically. We've never really shared stuff, but they were the ones that told the Bigfoot stories in the car during the
Right.
'70s when radio reports would come out that the down in southern Illinois there was a Bigfoot or the swamp creature or whatever you want to call them.
Well, a lot of people are scared to say what they believe in.
And we didn't
I
have
think everyone's been mocked and teased and looked at funny, so they just learn to shut up, and they don't know when they can come out until you can find a friend that has similar beliefs.
So we didn't have Mothman back there, but we had vampire stories and Wolfman, werewolf, and but we did watch. I remember my brother and my sister that was still at home. We watched Barnabas Collins and oh, what was that show? I'm drawing a blank. The vampire soap opera, the Dark Shadows.
Yeah, I grew up watching Dark Shadows. Yeah, me and my three siblings. Oh yeah.
But we had down in the basement, we had the old black and white console TV, and they'd shut off the lights, and there's no windows down in our basement.
Oh,
No,
there isn't, is there? Yeah, there isn't
well,
any
there,
windows
there
down
there
there.
is there is a couple small windows that you could possibly use for an escape in case of a fire or something, but in the family room or the room that we were in, where the console, as you first walk down our stairs,
Yeah.
that room is pitch black
Hmm.
when you turn off the lights, and all we had was that black and white TV watching Dark Shadows.
There's some good old shows back in the day when we were kids. Yeah, look at all the UFO shows back then. We had Lost in Space, the original Star Trek.
Yeah, then you go right into cartoons and
We're thinking the same. Like,
Land of the Lost, and I mean there is just all kinds of. It's all there. I mean, if you just look at it, and look at all
yeah,
the disclosure.
I was thinking cartoons because does anybody in chat know the very first abduction that was shown on TV? This is trivia tonight. What was the very first abduction ever shown on TV? Does anyone know?
I don't see nobody saying it.
I see an Adam.
Adam. Adam is in the movie.
Or
Adam
Adam
is
is
the
Adam and Eve?
abduction.
Nope. Ready?
No, wait. Let everybody get a chance. Let them guess. We got 12 people showing up and 13 in chat. Say the question again. Let everybody chime in.
What was the very first abduction from, a UFO, pretty much, story of seeing a UFO and being abducted. Yeah, and there was an alien involved too. I think would be guessing late 50s, early 60s. Maybe it was early 60s, middle 60s. Nope.
I think she's
Should I say? Are we
I think
ready?
I think she's talking about TV shows.
Yeah, it was
That you're
TV show.
not
Yep.
not
It was shown on
not Betty,
TV.
not
Yep.
Betty and Barney, the real life thing. She's talking about portrayed on TV.
It was shown on TV. Are we ready? Should I say it? It was Bugs Bunny in The Martian. Bugs Bunny was the very first character. I heard that on a few different shows. Bugs Bunny was the very first one that came across an alien, which was his name Martian? What was his name?
Marvin.
Marvin the Martian?
Yep.
And Bugs Bunny was the very first one that has seen, an alien and UFO and being abducted. And it was Bugs Bunny. Isn't that crazy? It might have even been before Barty and Betty. But
There's
yeah,
a
I heard that off of a few different podcasts that Bugs Bunny was the very first disclosure of UFO aliens and being abducted. Poor Bugs
hi Derek.
Bunny.
I think this is a different Derek than we normally have,
Yeah,
right?
this is a different Derek. Hi, Derek.
Welcome,
Welcome.
welcome. Bugs Bunny got abducted.
Yep, poor Bugs Bunny. Hi, Nina.
Hi
Welcome.
Nina, thanks for coming. We're just talking about all kinds of strange stuff, whether it's portals, Sasquatch, elementals,
Marvin the
ley
Martian.
lines,
Marvin the Martian in the cartoon.
soft disclosures in movies and TV. I don't know what all we've covered so far. Been quite a bit,
Wasn't he?
actually.
Wasn't he always trying to find Bugs Bunny and zap him with a radar gun or something too? The little Martian dude.
Well, his mission was to destroy Earth, I believe. You make me very, very angry.
Yeah, yes, you make me very, very angry. I just kind of remember he was always trying to hunt down Bugs Bunny and zap him or fry him or who knows what. Those cartoons probably aren't even on anymore because they don't want us to see it, and it's
But he had
probably
a
another Simpsons.
he had a handheld ray gun, but then he also had a great big giant one from his planet, whatever. He was going to blow up Earth or something, but
Oh, good
like,
night, Freaky. Thank you for joining us.
thanks
Have
for coming.
sweet dreams and don't dream about aliens or Bugs
Don't
Bunny or anything.
don't hug the Wookiee.
Yeah, don't hug the Wookiee.
I'm gonna steal Duke's line.
Stay away from pug wedgies or wedgies, pug something, or
Don't trust the pug wedgies and don't hug the Wookiees.
mm, stay away from the wood boogers.
I don't know what else he said.
Oh,
I was going to start the show. I was going to start the show one of these days, like George Knapp does on Coast to Coast, about uh, get comfy, bring the cat in, grab your favorite drink, and put your pajamas on, and sit back and relax, and turn the lights off because we're
and
getting
the
ready
big
to start.
and the big pink fuzzy bunny slippers.
Yeah, put your bunny. Yep. Then he also the one night he switches it up once in a while. Sometimes he says let the dog out, or sometimes he says let the cat in. And then the one show he actually said let your goat in.
Well, the other night was the first time I heard Sasquatch being called a wood booger. So we can always come out and say, "Don't pick a wood booger."
Yeah, I knew down south they called Sasquatch boogers.
Yeah, wood boogers. Yeah.
But in every area, there's so many different names for this. They all have different aspects to them, but they're basically all the same, whether it's the skunk ape or whatever your area wants to call them. I mean, they're still Sasquatch, and to me anyway, they're all still related somehow, even though they live in different geography or different areas, and they all have different things. Like you got the swamp monsters that seem to have moss. Well, you're going to have moss on you if you're down there in the swamp. I mean, I don't know if it necessarily grows on them or not, but maybe it does.
Well, they say they're walking through it and it gets collected on them.
Tangled into them, and
Yeah.
I don't know. They might.
Hmm.
I don't know. Moss is a living organism. It might keep growing if you're in the swamp and don't ever take it off your fur or whatever they have.
Well, you got to remember they are sensitive because that one was named Daryl.
Yeah,
Yeah, his name wasn't Bigfoot. He said, "My name is Daryl."
my name's Daryl.
Yeah, we will never, when we canceled cable, we will never see that anymore. My name is Daryl. Why do you keep calling me Bigfoot? That is true. They probably don't like that name.
Probably not. Once again, we're insensitive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, don't call him a hairy man. It's not his fault he's a hairy man. It's not his fault he's got big feet.
Or big whatever.
Oh, don't go there. They can just go to Donnie Cho Says Stuff and find out about Bigfoot junk themselves. Oh my goodness. I thought of something else, but I'll tell you off the air.
All right.
Donnie Show Part 2.
Well, he mentioned female attributes too. I mean,
Yeah. Hmm. Well,
what is it? Almost 2 a.m. here. I don't know where everybody did Aussie Sue leave us too? I haven't seen Aussie in a while.
well, hey, Susie B, did you get my text with the YouTube link yesterday?
I was hoping Cynthia came back in so we can tell her to
It's only midnight there.
give us the address if because I think her and Susie and who is the other one that we're going to give stickers to?
Brown
Is
Dwarf.
it Brown Dwarf? That's right. Only midnight. Oh man, you still got some hours to go then.
Yeah,
So
when you open it, you'll be amazed. I've watched that so many times, and it is kind of long, so you can kind of sit back and close your eyes and just listen. But you also got to watch because there's three different people doing different things, and you're just going, it's amazing. So
what
you
what do
will
you
enjoy it.
what do you paint, Susie? What do you paint? You paint pictures, you paint sculptures, you paint what?
Paint houses, paint rooms, paint rocks,
Toenails?
toenails. Yeah, it is something that you can just sit back and just listen to doing dishes and stuff.
I'm painting some yarn ornaments for it. Oh, okay. Frogs and ducks.
Frogs and ducks.
Do you paint Sasquatch and Dogman sculptures too, or I'm hearing that static again, wherever it's coming from.
What in the world would cause static on a dang tablet that doesn't have anything plugged into it or nothing? You have the ring light on?
Nope. I still think it's you.
I'm not plugged into anything either.
You don't have to be plugged in to have electronic static from in. Maybe your mic's getting ready to go out.
Don't say that.
I did already.
Bad boy. I can't. I'm able. Huh?
Oh, I asked her if she can paint Dogman or Sasquatch, and I think that's when she was answering my question.
Ooh, we have an enhanced risk of severe storms. Oh, I hope so. We're getting close to 10 weeks of no rain. It actually hurts walking barefoot with the yellow grass and totally dead grass.
Quit being a hillbilly and put some shoes on.
Oh, I want to be barefoot. I'm barefoot. Nope.
What do we
Just
do?
kidding.
We lose everybody but Susie?
I have 4 in our chat.
What do you want to
Susan.
talk about, Susie? I guess you get to pick a subject, or you start a conversation, and we'll
Oh,
chime in.
those are cute.
Would she send you something?
Yeah. Can I show them on air? Oh my God. Oh, she sent me another one. Oh my gosh, they're beautiful. I can't see chat now because I'm looking at these. So let me know if she says yes. Can I show these?
She said, "Sure."
Let me unplug this. I'm probably charged enough. Got my smoke down. There's the frog.
Oh yeah, that's cute.
Can you see it good? Yeah, isn't
Yep,
that sweet?
yep,
Oh
that's
my
good.
gosh. I love these. Oh,
Oh, yeah, that's cute.
they are gorgeous. Oh my. You do these also? Oh, Carol, you're going to love this one.
Oh, an owl. I love that.
Oh
I
my.
think
And oh,
I somehow I'm connected to
oh.
owls.
This is one of my favorites. Little creatures out in my backyard and front yard. We got little chipmunks and ground squirrels. Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, that's got a lot of detail. I
Susie B,
those
these are
rocks are
amazing.
wow. Hi, monster. Thanks for coming.
Hi, Monster. Or you say hi, Ryan.
Hi, Ryan.
It's Monster Radio, right?
Yep.
We're showing off Susie B's paintings. Oh my goodness. How long did some of these take you for just one? Oh,
Oh, wow, that's cool. Now, were you the one, Susie,
oh,
that painted for Rob? Didn't
yeah,
Rob? I love that owl.
oh, wow. Yeah, Rob's was a lion or a tiger. Oh my goodness, Susie B, those are stunning. Wow. All right, so how long does it take you to do one rock?
You said a half hour or an hour. It probably depending on how detailed they are,
What?
maybe, or how big.
I was guessing days or weeks. Oh my goodness. Do you sell them or you just do this for fun and you love it?
Probably both.
If she just sent me, yep, she just sent me the, oh my gosh. Let me get real close.
Oh yeah.
Oh my
That looks
goodness.
that looks like a feline or a lion alien species. That's what I
Well,
saw when you put it up there. Just
the eyes,
because of the
the,
shape of the rock.
the eyes look so real. I just look at if I can get close again. The eyes,
Oh yeah,
they look real.
that is so awesome. Oh, you're so
Oh my
talented.
gosh. Beautiful, beautiful.
Oh, you painted that for Dave? Cool. What did you paint for Rob? I thought Rob showed a rock on the show.
Yeah, it was a lion or tiger or something. And bears, oh my. Lions and tigers and bears. Wow. You know, that reminds me of Susan Woodcarver. You know, Susie B makes rocks just
Oh, okay. Yeah,
turn the light.
she did paint the lion for Rob
Yeah, yeah, because I thought that looked like what Rob showed.
because of the Detroit Lions.
Yeah. Wow.
No, I had the Wizard of Oz stuck in my head.
Lions and tigers and bears. Oh my.
No, it's Bigfoot and lizard
Bigfoot
and
and Dogman
dogman.
and rakes. Oh my. Bigfoot and Dogman and rakes. Oh my. Now everybody's going to be thinking that.
Makes sense when you're off to see the wizard.
Phenomena. Woo, 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 woo. We should have that as
Yeah, we should.
an outro song or
Yeah,
something. Phenomena. Woo, 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 woo. We'd probably get copyrighted. Phenomena. Woo, 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 woo. Oh my gosh.
oh wow, pet is cool.
And once again, the eyes are so real looking. It looks like they're looking right at you. Wow. Susie B, I love them. I want some. We need to talk in private chat.
Swan Lake Bigfoot, cool.
Wow. Beautiful, beautiful. Yep, we are interested in purchasing some. We'll talk.
You should paint.
Winky, winky.
You could paint some alien species, the different ones, the avians, the
Feline beings.
feline beings, or maybe that's what your inspiration is, or is it real life lions and tigers and bears?
Oh my.
Dorothy.
Oh my. We're gonna go back to sleep now. I don't know what you got all excited about.
Now, Ryan on our show showed his sculpture and his paintings. He's an artist too.
Oh yeah. Is he still in chat?
Yeah, he just popped up. He said he love to see you paint a Wendigo. But Ryan was showing us pictures of his artwork on the show, and then his I'm gonna say Godzilla. I think they were Godzillas where he's gonna start painting glow in the dark. Yeah,
Godzilla.
he showed us the Wendigo where he was gonna paint them in glow in the dark, whatever color you want to glow in the dark for the Wendigo.
Yeah, and it looks so realistic. I mean, so much talent out there in our community. Susan Woodcarver and all of her carvings, she says she just carves in a living spirit that's still in the wood, and it's just like Susie B just creates a soul and a spirit in it, and it just oh brings out the beauty of a rock.
Yeah,
Mm.
Monster was just sitting there snacking chocolate caramels and coffee, and
Chocolate. Oh,
of course I had Munchos before the show, sitting up there trying to figure out what we're gonna do.
I've just had coffee and vanilla cigars. I've seen people eat online. No, I won't be snacking online. I'll drink
Yeah,
coffee and smoke.
It's amazing all the talents everybody has that you don't really realize. You just know them in chat, and they should have their own shows. They should have their own studios. That they can paint and I mean, they're so knowledgeable about all these, they have their own theories and they're knowledgeable about all these subjects. Then you got Monster Radio and Susie B. They're fantastic artists and artisans and just have all this creative ability, not only to have an open mind to think about all these subjects, but able to get all this artistic ability out, and actually paint.
I think everybody has a certain talent or two, and some don't have those talents. Some can sing amazing. Some can't even sing in tune. Just we all are different and unique, and
Yeah.
we all have our own different talents. And you might be able to, sure, I sewed and quilted and stuff, but I did not think that I was good because I saw how amazing other people can be. But I still knew that I could do it and I accomplished it and I was proud of myself. And it wasn't professional and blue ribbon, but hey, I
I
did it.
I think your talent's music.
Yeah, well, yeah, because I started piano when I was in fifth grade, saxophone in sixth grade, taught myself guitar freshman year. And then late 20s, I learned chords on keyboard so I can just play anything that's in front of me because it's the same sheet music as a guitar. And I went on from there, little by little by little. If I didn't know how to play it, I got on YouTube and watched tutorials and learned how to play.
So his sleeve to his pant leg.
What?
Ryan just said I tried sewing once, but I wound up sewing my sleeve to my pant leg.
I can see that.
I think my
Um,
I think my unusual gift is my brain able to hold unusual and stupid facts that are not useful in any other form except for every once in a while in a conversation is like, there it is, this came out there, that little nugget, whether it's movies, cartoons, all the books that I've read, all the magazine articles, internet articles, all of a sudden somebody be talking about something, whether it's Bigfoot or paranormal, or it doesn't even have to be that. It could be history, music, whatever. All of a sudden in my head just pops, oop, there it is. Then that's all I know. I have that little nugget, and that's about it.
you had gifts in sports when you were younger.
Yeah, I was always athletic.
Yeah. I mean, you were in basketball and baseball, and were you in track too?
Yeah, grade school we went to sectional, then to state and track, and then I went for high jump, and then a 400-meter relay, and then baseball. We went to state, and as my freshman year, I played on the varsity team all 4 years in high
Yeah.
school, and
So that's good talent. A lot of, that's something that a lot of people cannot do is any sports.
basketball. I played sophomore. Well, I played in grade school too, obviously, and sophomore year uh, on up, I played on the varsity team. It was kind of unusual that they took underclassmen on the junior varsity team and moved them up to varsity. We had we
Hmm.
had we had two or three on our team that got moved up, and a lot of times we had some of the seniors just really upset with us because some of us as freshmen and sophomores ended up starting the games a lot of time too.
Wow.
Not only did we go in as relief, whether it was in baseball where I was in the outfield or a pitcher and was able to relieve and take over the game, at the end, but they also started us, whether it was basketball or baseball, and made some upperclassmen not like us very much, even though it wasn't our fault. I mean, that's just the way it was. Yeah, you got to be good at running from the dogman and the Sasquatch, but you only have to be faster than one other person.
Yeah, but when it
You
comes
just don't
to
want to be
Ryan,
the slowest.
he just stands there and stares at him. I'm
Oh,
confused at the dog man to the point he's going, "Why aren't you running? Why aren't you running?" And then he eventually gave up. So you learn you don't run. That's what we learned when we had him on the show. You don't run. You just stand there and stare at him.
we have 14 people I see, and
Sweet. Must
but
seven and seven. That's
I
a
don't,
lucky number. There's
I don't
seven in one
see,
chat.
I don't see 7 people chiming in on our chat, and I don't see 7 or
Yeah.
14 likes on our screen.
Yeah. But
So if you
we got
guys
seven.
would please like and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, and help us out, please.
Yes, we are actually on Midwest Night Watchers. If you're over on William Nighthawk, please come over to Midwest Night Watchers and subscribe to us. And if anybody's in our chat, and if you haven't subscribed to William, you go over to William Nighthawk or High Strangeness podcast and subscribe to him because
Or if you guys
we're
are in,
streaming on both platforms right now.
or if you're in Twitch, you can come on over to YouTube and like us, or you can comment from Twitch, and I should be able to see up on the screen, and we'll acknowledge you if you'd
Yeah.
like.
You don't have to be shy. Everybody's all sweet and friendly and lovable and unconditional love. We've never had a fight in our chat yet. We've been really well behaved in our chat. And if you don't behave, we've got plenty of wrenches that are going to be throwing wrenches at you.
Susie, is that our link or is that something else? Do you want me to put that on screen? I don't actually know what the link is.
I wish they'd get rid of that stupid red heart. I don't like that red heart in everybody's chat. Is that our link?
Well, that's why I don't know what it is.
A goat man sighting near
All right.
Flagstaff.
She said it was ours.
Wow, a goat man sighting. I'll tell you, those who don't know, maybe 3 weeks ago this Friday, we got these baby goats. And one in particular, his name is Rio, and he's like a butterscotch color. He always wants to get on his hind legs and come up to me and kind of box me like a kangaroo. And and I hold on to his little horns and play with his head, and he balances himself. And every time he does that and he comes up to me, it reminds me of a little miniature goat man.
I wonder. Thank you, Susie, for posting that. I wonder. I wonder what the new cryptid's going to be.
Oh, shoot.
What we haven't seen yet. That's going to be the new cryptid that comes out.
Well, more people are seeing cat beings.
Well, see, we know they already exist. Because of the alien species. Whether it's Palladians or feline or aviary, the avian race. What is that?
A deer?
Oh, a deer.
Two deer.
Oh,
Two deer.
yeah, there's a baby and a mama, I guess I
Yep.
would assume. That's pretty. I like that too.
She painted those too. Check out this one. Oh, this one's amazing. Maybe I'll back up a little so you can see all of it.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful.
That one reminds me of the video or the meme you see all the time where the deer starts singing "I'm Dreaming of a White Christmas." That I think it had those same similar colors, those blues and the moon, and it was at night and the snow was falling.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas.
Beard dude.
Beard dude. Somebody called
That's
you
what,
beard
I
dude?
don't know. That's what Wendy said. Beard dude.
You're a beard dude?
Maybe that's what the new cryptid's supposed to be.
Oh,
A
a
beard,
beard dude. Beard dude. Well, I'm
beard,
waiting for
or a bear. Is it a bear dude? Am I reading
I'm
it
waiting
wrong?
for a chicken
I
man.
thought I thought it was beard, but yeah, bear dude.
I'm waiting for a chicken man or rooster man. Can you imagine a
Oh, we
rabbit?
said that. We said that with Ryan. We were
Yeah.
talking about a goose, a cryptid goose
Oh my God.
chasing
Yeah.
you around, trying to pinch your butt or trying to kill you.
Can you imagine a cryptid goose or a chicken man? There's got to be some new ones coming up. No sheep man. People have seen a horse head. They left the cows alone. A bear dude.
Yeah, goat man would be creepy.
Yeah, I never heard of any good goat men.
So Wendy finally wrote it, finally separated it for me so I could say it right. So it is a bear dude. And then
Oh, are you talking about naked dude, bear dude? Is that what you're thinking?
and then no, I said beard,
Oh, beard.
but she separated for me so I could finally figure it out that it was bear. And then Susie was describing the goat man and what it was doing, and Ryan just said, "Imagine a 10-foot tall goose that's a cryptid."
Can you imagine the honk? How loud that would be?
Yeah, that's a whole different subject there, monster, about Greek history or mythology or whatever, and you got the goat man there, and bear pig. Man, is that like a duck turkin? What?
Bear pig man. Well, I'm just waiting for people to start reporting more giants. Maybe they're going to start appearing more.
Well, they said giants are gonna come awake if they're down there hibernating or sleeping or whatever they're doing. Are they hibernating, or are they just in inner Earth? Are they just avoiding us?
Or did we accidentally wake a few up and they are all mainly still sleeping?
And wasn't there a nursery rhyme about waking a giant? I mean, I know Humpty Dumpty, or not Humpty Dumpty, Jack and the Beanstalk, when he went up there, there was a few scenes where the giant was snoring or sleeping, and he had to try to be careful not to wake him. So was that a soft disclosure?
Oh,
Here's that little fun fact that popped out of my head about Jack and the Beanstalk and the giant and him sleeping.
you have an extra tablet?
Ooh,
You just got one tablet with you, right?
yeah, why?
No. Dog, just a minute. Hold on, you're next. Hold on. Keep talking.
I'm reading chat.
Oh, all
All
right.
right.
Read chat. Well, where's
Yeah, who knows what the next cryptid's
uh
going to be? I mean, it could be a cross between a reptile and something else. It could be like you guys said, a bear and a man, a bear and a goat. Could be, who knows? I hope it's not anything like a dragon and something. Oh, really? You saw it? Wow. Or would you think that would be like a giant thunderbird, or do you think that's more of the prehistoric?
Oh, wow. Yeah, now I'm just now catching up with chat.
Anything that flies? I mean, they can cover so much ground. They can swoop down and grab you. They can land on the ground and attack you that way. And if they're dragons or any kind of that kind of mythological, or I mean, they could be real. Who knows? Hey, there's Brown Dwarf. Where you
Yep,
been, buddy?
he's been in chat. Well, that's right. Your chat comes up a little later. That's why I was on your phone.
Oh, so if anything from the sky swoops down, let alone if it's some kind of crossbreed, crossbreed with a dragon or any kind of big thunderbird, that could breathe fire on you or try to kill you from above and on ground and then get away too.
Back up.
Are we looking at something?
I'm outside. She can't wait.
Oh, I thought you were going to show us something.
I don't think you can.
I can see the chicken pen. I can see the lights. I can see the.
You see her moving around at all?
No, it's too dark.
She's out here somewhere.
Too dark.
Oh, good, because she's going potty. We don't want to be X-rated here.
All right. I'll get rid of the solo.
Yeah. Maybe we'll hear a Sasquatch. Hurry up.
the the dragon from Shrek, where the dragon and donkey has babies. That was so funny. I love that.
Keisha, hurry up.
Yeah, Susie, I would be afraid. I mean, you can hear the wings. I mean, there's a story we just talked about a couple weeks ago about the witch's knot, where when they take your horses and fly, supposedly on the nights that you hear the rustling in the trees and the wind, is supposedly them flying by, riding the horses, having their midnight ride, and then also, you have the dragons or the pterodactyls or the thunderbirds that you wouldn't necessarily see them, but they would talk about how they would fly so low with such force in their wings flapping that they would shake the trees and make that sound also of the trees. So that's a scary thing when you can hear or know something's there or not necessarily see it. And then something that big that's in the fly and can be there just in an instant, and they could hit you with their wings. They could knock you over. They got the big old beaks that they could probably, just like in the dinosaur movies where they just pick up the humans in their beaks and fly off.
How many things are right next to us that we don't see and is cloaked out?
Ryan said he saw a dog butt.
Well, I'm glad you can't see her now. She's poo-pooing. Oh, you did have to go. You pee-peed and poo-pooed. No wonder she was whining. All right, you ready? Come on, inside.
Yeah, I've always had an interest in the Thunderbirds, especially since here in central Illinois we had, just like any state, I guess basically they had a Native American population. Well, the lake and township is called Thunderbird, right close to us. And I've always, as a kid, always liked that name. And they had a totem pole with a Thunderbird on top as the head. Yeah, I've talked to Travis Moose about Thunderbird stories and Native American stories. I message him and we talk now and then about
Mm.
all kinds of Native American folklore. Or to them, it's actually oral history. It's not really folklore to them. It's actual passed down from generation to generation. And
You're so weird, dog. Well, what's everybody up to today? Besides a goat man sighting, brown dwarf saw about 20 UFOs.
yeah, he's been putting out good YouTube content again. I mean, every day he's putting out some kind of UFO or some kind of spotting.
It's too smoky here. Can't see anything during the day or night. I just now checked. I can barely see. There's
That
just a
would
few
be
stars.
maybe they brought the smoke.
Well, makes me wonder if there's an agenda behind some of this. Are they smoking us out and cloud cover, and who knows what's way up there that we're not supposed to see? I don't know, but as long as I've lived here in Illinois my whole life, never experienced smoke that just hovered around the ground and didn't even move and just kind of stood there like fog. Very strange. People are saying that they got rain in their area and it didn't get rid of the smoke, and rain usually does. Makes you wonder.
Yeah.
Quesadillas, will you
Who's that?
share?
Oh, dwarfs eating quick. Oh man.
Yeah, and I saw Susie B's photo. She made amazing Spanish rice, and oh my gosh, that looked good. Oh, Spanish rice and quesadillas. Oh, I'm gonna get hungry. Hey, big boy. Hi.
Then
Come
Ryan was
on,
talking about, and I don't know if I can pronounce
come
that
on,
word
baby.
right.
Come
Mrs. Pishu,
on,
Mr. Pishu, the underwater panther.
come on.
Wow. Anytime I think about an underwater cryptid, I always think of the monster from the Black Lagoon.
Still can't see you.
Yeah, the smoke was real horrible here in Illinois. It was on the news, and I don't know if it was for any other cities too. Excuse me. That Chicago or Illinois had the worst air quality in the whole world at this time.
Yeah, and I know Michigan and Wisconsin had it real bad. I'm not sure about I'm not sure if it's heading out
Everywhere,
east or what.
basically everywhere in the U.S. I mean, it was on the East Coast. It's in the Midwest. It's in the West Coast. I mean, everywhere's had it.
I mean, you can barely see the tree line and the farmhouse that's a couple miles away across all the fields. It just looks like fog and it's not moving. You could smell the smoke. People's eyes are burning, their throats are burning. It's just, I don't know, it just makes you wonder if there's something more behind this.
Well, see, Mars just said that, and we talked about it earlier in the show, where we're not so sure what's all in the smoke. I mean, there could
Yeah,
be chemicals from
what
them
they're trying to,
spraying. It could be
yeah,
chemicals from what's burnt up in Canada, what's burnt in California. Brown dwarf talked about that. We've
yeah,
that one season we had all that smoke drift across the whole U.S. from just California
yeah.
fires.
Are they using chemicals to try to put the fires out and that's mixed in the smoke? There's something. This is
Well,
not normal.
I'm just thinking from the plane spraying up in the air, then the smoke's bringing it down with them.
We're getting hot weather coming, aren't we? You are shedding horrible. Man. I just had a cat bring her toy to me.
All
We have
right.
a cat. We have a cat that retrieves just like a dog. Ready? And I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, let alone
I
the smoke. This I wouldn't want to be outside in that thick smoke because it says it's just like smoking almost 2 packs of cigarettes for the short time you're out there that gets into your lungs and into your pores. But not to mention the chemicals that could be in it that you're inhaling, then your body can't process it. It gets trapped in your lungs and your airways because of the smoke.
Good girl. Good girl. Well, I noticed today that it was kind of a cool day. It really wasn't that bad. And my chickens were not out that much. I think they realized that the breathing quality was bad and it was minimal chickens coming out. They kind of stayed inside, which I thought kind of was odd. Go get it. Why get another dog when I have a cat that does this? Good girl. Oh, where did it go? What did you do? Good
We
girl.
tried we
Right?
tried watermelon in
Go get
our
it.
garden. We tried cantaloupe. We do
We tried
cucumbers.
pumpkins last year. We
Yeah, we
got two
tried
little pumpkins.
pumpkins.
This year,
We got little baby watermelon just that
good
didn't grow
girl.
very well.
Good girl. And this year, I'm about ready to give up, except for the plants that I
We
bought
got
from the store.
we got
Right?
tomato plants and
Go get it.
we usually plant okra. We plant what else do we plant? We plant
Well, I normally plant zinnias, which are a pretty flower, just to draw butterflies. But I sure haven't seen a whole lot of butterflies anyway this year. I grow kale, Swiss chard, and that's mainly for the chickens and goats. I grow okra for me. I grow kohlrabi. This year I was trying tobacco, cabbage, but we haven't had rain for close to 10 weeks. And even though I'm watering it by hand, I've only had a few little kale pop up, a couple little flowers. I think there's one Swiss chard, no okra. Normally, okra just grows like you wouldn't believe. My three zucchini hills. Oh, what'd you do with it? You didn't bring it back. You go get it. My three zucchini hills are doing pretty good. And then what do I have? Eight, eight tomato plants, different plants, and they're doing good. But everything else is not coming up, so I think we're going to give up.
we have all of our elderberry bushes. We
Yep,
have
I got raspberry bushes, which once again we had such bad weather. I'm getting some raspberries, but they're small. They're more seedy because they're small because they just did not grow good because of the lack of rain and everything. I've had very few gooseberries. They didn't grow this year.
then we
I
have
only
our
had
strawberries.
yep. And
We
this year
have
I got a couple
was it
handfuls.
pineapple strawberries?
Yeah,
What
they're
was
they're
those?
they're called pine berries. They're white
Pine
strawberries. They're
berries.
called pine berries. I only got a couple handfuls this year because once again the weather. I
Then
had a lot of blooms. I would have had
then
a
we've got
lot of strawberries.
our grapevines that I got from my dad's mom and dad's place. So we got 2 grapevines started. We're gonna transplant some more. They grow really well. I don't know how they're doing this.
They're doing good.
They say stuff on vines and bushes do better during a drought because they can pull deeper from the earth for
Yeah, we've got
moisture than
the grapes
northern
are
vines.
not affected. Yeah, the grapes aren't being affected by the drought. They're looking really, really good. And they're
Then
starting to
we
get
got
big.
then we got your gooseberry plant.
Yep. which I didn't get a whole lot. I think once again, this weather that we've had the last couple months have affected all of everything. I'm just wondering about the neighbors' apples. If we're going to have small, tiny little apples, or if it's not going to produce large apples also.
We
We've
have
had bad weather this year.
we have Italian grapes, and they're dark, almost black. So I don't know if I would
Concord,
assume
they're Concord. They're dark purple
Concord.
grapes.
They're specifically for making wine. My dad got them from an Italian gentleman that got them from his family. Then Dad got some shoots or sprouts off of his vines, and then we rescued them from my mom and dad's place. Way after my dad passed away, and nobody took care of them. They kept getting mowed down. Then one summer, I realized they were actually growing
Yep,
because
they sprouted up. They probably sprouted up
nobody
every
took the
year.
time to trim or mow in the one section of the yard where Dad planted them. So I dug them up and brought them over here.
We saved them, and it makes very good grape jelly.
Then Dad planted hazelnut bushes, but they never did ever produce. I don't know why. I don't know if
I'm
it's because of our climate or our soil or something.
I'm considering a blueberry bush next year. I saw somebody posted they were picking blueberries off their bushes now, and oh my goodness, that would be cool to have a blueberry bush. Throw them in the chicken pen. Yeah, they're not going to get a whole lot of raspberries this year. They enjoy me throwing handfuls of raspberries in there. We got a chance of rain the next couple days. I'm about ready to get my Native American bells on my ankles and a drum and start doing a rain dance in the backyard. This is really getting bad. I mean, the cornfields are doing good, but the bean fields, oh my goodness, they look pitiful. Corn produces its own moisture every single night. That's what's amazing about corn. It makes its own dew and draws its own moisture. I can't believe how fast that corn's growing in our backyard.
Yep.
Yeah, we got a 50, 60 acre cornfield that the farmer has. It's right connected to our property. So, oh, in the backyard is just boom. There's going to be a privacy fence here pretty soon. You're not going to be able to see anything except glowing eyes and hearing strange sounds walking around in there.
We've never done good with corn as far as the sweet corn or anything in our garden we planted, and it always gets blown over. It never
Yep.
roots well, and we
I've tried several different years. I absolutely love sweet corn, but living on the edge of town like this and by this field, it takes one bad storm with high winds and the corn's flat. And it will grow back up again once in a while. But if it gets knocked down again, I mean it's gone. So I just have given up on sweet corn. We have so much wind that's whipping out here from all these fields. But this year we just need rain.
yeah, that's a Native American thing, Susie. They talk about the corn pollen and they put it in a corn pouch or
Yeah,
pollen pouch, and they use it for rituals and prayers. And
I think Williams talked about that.
yeah,
And
William,
I
and
and I've seen
we've watched
videos on
other
that too.
shows. We've watched other shows about
Hmm.
spirituality and Native American rituals. And
Wow. I've got some leather pouches. I should do that when the corn actually starts
so
pollinating and growing.
actually, you can do that with any plant that has pollen, just like the bees go in and you'll see pollen all over their body, and they move it from plant to plant. You can collect pollen out of your marigolds or out of your whatever plant, and I'm sure there's some kind of representation or some kind of thing to go along with the earth, for a prayer for each kind of pollen, or maybe they have different effects.
Well, not just that. We've lost a lot of, I don't know the name of what I'm going to try to say, but back in the old days, even with my family, I've heard my grandmother's story from her grandparents, and she was born in the early 1900s, about collecting their own yeast. There's a certain way to collect yeast in the air with a certain cloth or something. They collected their own yeast. Well, these days, no, nobody's doing a organic, natural collecting yeast.
Well, I
They
think
just buy it in the store, and I'm not sure how
I,
they actually did it, but they did it
I
with a
think that's
cloth or
why you
something.
use. I think that's one of the purposes of cheesecloth.
And it's just amazing. We don't do things like that anymore. It just fascinated me. I've got that somewhere. I should get it out sometime and read it on the show. Just on all the things that they did in the covered wagons, and it was interesting. I'm glad my
And
grandmother did that before she passed.
I have that section of the diary from my family back in the 1800s that they talked about day to day life in there, and how mysterious the male fountains were and how they disappeared for months at a time and they never knew what they were doing.
What?
Yeah.
Well, I knew
So,
you guys were kind of weird, but what?
so if I ever disappear for months at a time, just read that letter. And
Well, where's the letter at? You've never showed me this letter. I've been with you for 19 years, dude.
yeah, I got it upstairs. It's out of a
Ugh,
diary that
you're
one
holding
of the
secrets
women
out on me.
one of the women folk of the early fountains wrote about their life and day to day, what they did during the day, what baking day was, what wash day was, how they did it.
Ooh, what's glass corn? Oh, you mean Indian corn? I did grow Indian corn that one year, and that did grow really good. And I still have some of that Indian corn out in our
Yeah, we
sunroom.
we call it Indian corn.
Yeah, we call it Indian corn. Man, if we had a decent summer, yeah, I should grow that again. No, maybe we can grow sweet corn if we tie it up on both sides and kind of have a wall that it wouldn't be able to get knocked over or something.
Maybe I'll do that as a recording. Maybe I'll pre-record that and just record me reading the letter.
Yeah, that'd be cool. You've got a good voice like that of storytelling.
Well, I don't think my voice is that good for.
Yeah, it is. You had Andy Decode from the UK ask for your voice for his intro. I mean,
He
you
obviously
did
likes
have this
it.
cool
He's
low
used it. He's
voice.
used it every show so far, and he's used it for both
Yeah,
of his shows. So I don't know.
I was very impressed when I heard it. I loved it.
Well, you're prejudiced.
Oh, it's blue and pink, and then I see a red heart. Go away, red heart. I wish we could get rid of that red heart. Type in a couple emotes and get that comment to go up fast.
Well, we'll spend the next few minutes winding up because we're at 2 hours and 18 minutes.
There. Now I can read it. Yes, but it's blue and pink and green, and it looks like glass. Ooh.
That's different. There's probably all kinds of
Ooh.
species of corn that we don't normally plant. Ours are
Wow.
kind of red and maroon and yellow and
Yeah, it was
well,
pretty.
they can be blue and
And all different shapes and sizes. And
just like pumpkins and gourds are coming out with all different colors of pumpkins and gourds now.
I know, is that all GMO stuff?
Probably,
When
I
we
would
were
assume.
kids, there was no such thing as white and some of these strange colors. And I was just kind of like, what? Now they're green and all, I think those are manufactured, man-made GMO pumpkins.
Because I don't think our pumpkins were what they're like now either. I don't. I think they genetically modify them for pumpkin pie because I think
There,
there's a difference between the pumpkins we grew as kids or got as kids compared
there
to
is
what
a
we
pie
have
pumpkin.
now.
Yeah,
No,
there is
I
a
know.
pie
I think
pumpkin.
I think they kind of mixed it all together now.
Yeah.
I think what people are growing for jack o' lanterns now is kind of a crossbreed between the pumpkin pie and the normal standard pumpkin that we had years ago.
Ooh, pumpkin
Pumpkin
soup.
soup. I've never heard of pumpkin soup.
Yeah, I have, and it's similar to sweet potato soup. I've heard of squash soup too. Butternut squash soup. Oh, that's one thing I didn't even think of trying to grow this year. I love butternut squash. Maybe if the weather straightens out, I'll start doing fall stuff. We'll just turn the garden into vine stuff.
Well, there is like if you're down south, you can have two plantings of garden. You can have your
Yeah,
normal summer garden or spring garden, and you have your fall garden. And they
yeah.
said
I may.
if you wait for like us, if you wait for after the 4th of July, you want to have your carrots and your in-ground stuff planted but ready to sprout and grow for the fall. And you can still harvest them before winter hits for us, and you can get a second crop or the carrots and stuff grow better in the
My
ground.
my zucchini is growing. I was considering the kale and everything. A couple little plants that are growing is on the west side of the garden, so I was thinking about making more zucchini, and I could just go ahead and do like butternut squash and see what we'll come up with this fall. Maybe we'll have some more rain at the end of the summer, or we're going to have one of these droughtful summers. Who knows?
Then there's
What?
a then there's a chart that you can plant your garden and your different things by the moon phases based off the tidal waves.
I don't know. I just hope we get some rain. It's going to take a lot of rain before this grass starts growing green again. I've never seen this grass this brown, I don't think, since we've lived here. It's gotten yellow, but not to the point you're seeing the dirt on the ground. It is not
Wow.
good.
A massive radish that gave me thousands of seeds. Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, we got blessed with tobacco seeds, which I still have some. I didn't use all of them up, but I was really hoping that some of that would grow. I know the goats would absolutely love fresh tobacco. I was going to try to gift the Sasquatch clan that's possibly around here.
Oh, an arugula bush. That'd be cool.
Ooh, now I'm getting hungry again.
Well, I
Talking
am
about soup.
ready to wrap this session up. I know we still have 10 people in chat though, but my gosh,
Oh,
we've been on for almost 2.5 hours, and I think I
yeah.
am ready for bed.
Yeah, you did work tonight. I'm the one that sleeps till, well, the last couple of mornings have been past noon. Well, we were on till what, 4 when we did that test?
Yeah, we're up till 4 a.m.
And then we didn't go to bed
I
till 4:30.
and I happened that happened to be one of the days I got up early and then stayed up till 4. Then I didn't sleep in very long. I think I got maybe 5 hours of sleep that day, and I'm still tired tonight. And here we are at 2:30 in the morning again.
And no matter what time we go to bed, it takes me an hour or two before I go to sleep. I cannot sleep for nothing. Hearing the birds starting to chirp, and then I finally doze off and crash and wake up at noon. That's what second shift schedule is. No
Yeah.
alarms, no alarm set. Stay up whenever. Sleep in. Act like teenagers.
Oh,
They're gonna sneeze.
yeah. I think the sinuses are getting to me. I don't know. Yep.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna get a hold of you through message. I want you to paint some stuff
Whoa.
for us.
My chair just flipped backwards. The little latch came out from underneath me because I was rocking too much in it.
We are live. Don't do things like that.
I know. I almost fell over. That'd have been horrible. I would have had to yell, "Help me! I can't get up."
These days, if anybody hears somebody yelling help, they don't help. They think it's elementals or something. You're not
Yeah,
supposed to say help me
like the
anymore.
it's like the voice is trying to lure you in. Wow, 4 a.m. We got Susie saying the sun's going to be up soon. We got brown dwarf still hanging out in California, and
I have a question for Brown Dwarf. Do you ever sleep? I mean,
yeah,
my
what's up with that?
goodness. You don't ever sleep.
Of course, we see Susie and all the chats. Well, of course, they
Yeah.
probably think the same thing about us. We're on our show till 2:30, 4 o'clock in the morning, and then we're in everybody's chats at noon. And
Nobody sleeps.
but I did read here we go, another fact. I did read an article the other day that the people that live the longest are the ones that take naps, and they don't sleep for 8 hours in one setting. They take little short cat naps.
Hmm.
Just like Steve Stockton, he says he barely gets 2 hours or 3 hours of sleep, but I think he takes the cat naps during the day and then has a burst of energy and then goes and takes a cat nap and then
I'm concerned about taking cat naps because then I would probably have a harder time falling asleep that night, even. I don't know. Sometimes I stay up all night, and that has happened quite a bit the last few years. I just give up, make coffee, and I just get a second wind, and I'm up all day long. Then I do fall asleep pretty decent the next night.
10 a.m. Yeah,
10 a.m.
I usually get up around what is it 9? Usually 9. I wake up by myself without an alarm. Usually every day.
Well, the last few weeks I was
Sometimes
getting up.
earlier.
Yeah, the last few weeks I was getting up around 10, but then I think our show the other night screwed me up, and now I'm back sleeping till close to noon. Darn it. Darn it, darn it.
All right, everybody. Thank you for being here. We love you all. I mean, we appreciate you so much for coming to our shows and being in chat with us and hanging out and talking about all kinds of strange and weird subjects and not all of it paranormal and Bigfoot. We get into naturalist and herbs and plants and all kinds of stuff. So it doesn't necessarily have to be this one specific subject. We cover quite a bit tonight. We went all over the place tonight.
Well, you want to talk about our next show next Sunday?
Yeah, Sunday. Well, actually, before that, Saturday on William's show will be on Saturday morning and Sunday morning, and we'll have our normal coffee brew, morning coffee brew with William and Dennis. And then Sunday evening at 6 p.m. Central, we will be on our show again on both platforms for William and us, and it'll be Piercing the Veil, and we have Brent Thomas, paranormal portal, and we're going to be talking about cryptids and paranormal stuff, and obviously we'll probably bring in the portal stuff, and so that'll be a good show. Then after us, Dennis will have his show on Grizzly's platform. Demonology Today, and that'll be Sunday evening at 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern, I believe.
And when did you say he's doing his one new show? Is that Saturday? Or you're just helping him Saturday?
No, Saturday, me and Dennis is going to get together, and I'm going to help him
Oh, okay.
navigate StreamYard. Me and him's just going to do it amongst ourselves. I don't think we're going to broadcast live unless Dennis decides, hey, let's broadcast this. It's just going to be me and him talking and me helping him navigate through all the settings on StreamYard.
Okay.
And then hopefully we'll be able to set up Dennis's show. And I believe he picked Wednesdays at 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. that he's going to have his show. So he'll be on before our shows on the Night Owl Lounge. So depending on how long Dennis runs his shows, it won't be that long before he'll have his show, then our show.
Okay.
And he's going to talk about all of his investigations and all this stuff. He's calling it Hunting the Shadows, I believe, is the name we stuck with, or he picked finally, and it's going to talk about all of his investigations into the paranormal and into the cryptids, and he's actually going to be talking about true, real life investigations that he's had over his 50 plus years of
Hmm.
investigation, this weird stuff that's going on.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting.
And I think he said
Wow.
he'll probably once he gets rolling, he'll start maybe inviting people on. And I don't know if that'd be me and William or if that'll be other people that he knows through his years of investigation.
That does sound interesting.
So it's 3 a.m. here. We've been on for 2.5 hours.
And we,
So,
we added somebody in chat. Hello, whoever came in.
oh my.
Yeah, we got 5 in our chat.
See, I'm going to have to just retire so we don't have to worry about going to bed.
Oh, we've been talking about it, trying to figure out early retirement. It'd be kind of nice to do.
Then we can actually have regular during the week shows like everybody else, or be on their shows and not have to worry about taking time off or trying to figure out how we're going to be on their shows. And
You have used up so many vacation days because people keep saying, "Hey, will you be on my show?" And you don't really tell them you're taking vacation day because they'd probably feel bad. And
well, I don't want to hurt their feelings, and I don't want to actually miss out on being on somebody's show because I love talking about this stuff and I love hearing their stories. And it's just a great experience to be on people's shows and get to know them, and then they come on our shows and get to meet everybody in their chats that we might not have in our chats, and get different questions. And
well,
it's
it's
just
not
so
like
much
we
fun.
it's not like we are able to go on vacation and take a whole week off anyway because we got chickens and goats and nobody able to take care of them. So go ahead and take a day off here and there. And
So if I retire here in I don't know. I don't know. We don't have any plans, but if I retire, then we can start doing more of cheese videos, and maybe we can do some instrumentals and stuff together, and we can
we
get
gotta
her
set this
channel.
mic different.
Yeah, get her
What did you?
channel going, and we can do more nights of the Night Owl, because we won't have to worry about getting up, and we can do more guest appearances, and we can have more people appear, and we can do piercing the veil, or even a different show. We have thought about doing another show that could possibly either be during the weeknight or something, or who
We thought
knows.
about fire pit night, but with our drought right now, it's too dangerous. We can't have any fires going in our backyard. That would have been fun, and we were going to play flute and do things and be out by the fire. And
So
we need rain.
that might have to be a later summer or fall thing when we
Yeah,
start it. And
we need
we're
rain.
we're hoping to do it already by now, but see, Susie says she votes for retirement.
Yep. Well, we're kind of looking into different options and doing it. I don't think he needs to work until he's way up there in the 60s like they want people to. By the time you retire, you know, you need to retire early and enjoy life for a while.
Well, we live pretty simple. Yeah, we splurge on stuff here and there, but we don't go on wild vacations. We don't buy brand new cars. We buy used ones and pay them off. And
Cheap insurance.
no, no kids at home, so we don't have a bottomless siphon of money and food going out the door with the kids.
And second shift, our grocery bill is very low. But you being home, our grocery bill would go up some. But that's all right. Man, I would cook again. Oh, wow. So we'll see. Who
All
knows
right.
what the future brings?
So please like and share and hit that notification bell, please, on both our platforms, William and ours on Midwest Night Watchers. You can find us on all the platforms, the Twitch, the YouTube, the Facebook.
And if by chance you don't know that I am Chiro Sounds, and I do have a YouTube channel that is just a bunch of different kind of instruments that I just do for fun.
And
I
now we're
don't do.
adding baby goat videos to our channel.
Yep, I added baby goat videos to the channel because they're playing percussion on plastic barrels or plastic drums. They do call them drums, don't they?
And they're just fun to watch and enjoy.
Yeah. And they're getting old enough, they're learning to jump off and kick and twist and headbutt each other. And so,
So you can find us on YouTube and Facebook and all that, and just you can just look up Midwest Night Watchers. We kept the name the same across all platforms, and Chiro Sounds on YouTube, and you can email us at Midwest Night Watchers at Gmail, and Chiro has a Gmail also. If you want
which
to
is,
contact us and
that's
send us
Chiro
stuff,
Sound that's under Chiro Sound Therapy at gmail.com.
so feel free to contact us and tell us your experiences or tell us a story or send us a picture, send us a video, and we can share it or not share it and just use it for our own enjoyment and
We
talk
still
back
have
and
5
forth
in
with
chat.
you. I have 9 showing still
Yeah.
on
Yeah,
both
we still have
platforms.
5. Well, whoever's in here lurking and watching, hello. It'd be awesome if you just popped in and say hi.
Our Twitch is everything for Midwest Night Watchers is all the same on Twitch, on Facebook, and we have a group and a page and Twitch and YouTube, and it's all Midwest Night Watchers. And then Williams is High Strangeness podcast, and I think he has a William Nighthawk, and
And Marquise is Dimensions of Reality on Twitch.
yes, I
E-
forgot. Don't forget
mm,
Marquise on
yep.
Dimensions of Reality. And I think he's running a YouTube or trying a YouTube and Twitter and Twitch is his main one, though. And he has a Discord.
And I think he's been on around like 7 o'clock Central our time.
And he plays video games in the background. You'll see it on the background screen. Then he has his little pop-in screen where he'll sit there and it's amazing. He'll sit there and talk about aliens, UFOs, AI the whole time he's playing a game and never miss a beat, never miss a sentence or somebody's chat.
UFO news. Yeah, I've been really enjoying his show on Twitch. I mean, oh my goodness. Now we have 6 in here.
We have 11.
Hello.
We have 11.
Hello, whoever.
We just gained 2 more.
Hello, whoever came on.
So then you have on Texas Front Porch platform. They all went to separate shows. They're not multicasting because YouTube, the new YouTube rules. So you can catch Jason questions everything on his night, and then you'll have Blondes and Booze. You have Bigfoot, Michigan Rob. You have Texas show, Texas Front Porch. You're going to have Diva starting the show next Wednesday, where it's going to be the Divan Dimension. And then we have Dennis Carroll, obviously, starting his show. So we got a bunch of brand new shows coming out. And Donnie Cho's show that just started tonight.
Donnie Cho says stuff.
Then they have Bob Van Buren has his show, Van Buren Variety. So they're all still all interconnected. Everybody on Texas Front Porch will still be on everybody else's show. They're just not streaming out to each other's platform or their shows, or because of the new YouTube rules. And we have not reached that point yet with me and William. We're all still streaming on each other's platforms, but at some time it may come into play where they might penalize us or start messing with us. And so that's what's good about going to each other's channels and actually subscribing to each channel. So in case someday William has his own show, you can catch his show on his nights. And when we have our shows or pop up, you'll get notified when we do a sporadic midnight or morning show or whatever we come up with, and you'll know and see that. Susie B B B B B B.
Susie B B B B B B B B B. I like saying that. Susie B B B B B B B.
So she found our Twitch channel. Thank you. That's nice. Now I've actually seen Twitch come up tonight. That's awesome.
Ooh. Wonder how many followers we have now.
probably two.
And Marquise now is affiliated, so you can also subscribe to his channel and pay, what is it, $4.99 when you
Four
sub to
ninety
people,
nine or something
four
like that.
ninety nine the sub, and that
Or
helps him out, and you
or if
don't
you
have
have
ads.
Amazon Prime, you can subscribe and not get any ads or anything through Amazon. Amazon, it's free.
But that's only one channel
Right.
that
But
you
I'm
can
just
sub
saying,
to, right?
since he's monetized now and we're
Yep,
not, it would be beneficial to subscribe to his
yep,
channel
and
and
help
just
him out financially.
see. That's the thing I like about not being monetized. We don't have any ads, no nothing on any of our channels or any real big requirements. It's only when you start monetizing and then they start putting the screws to you.
Hmm. That's why I don't think we need to be monetized on anything.
And then Twitch, I actually like Twitch better than Facebook or YouTube. And James pointed out many times that the quality and the audio seems so much clearer. The picture is so much crisp and more high resolution. And I think you get a bigger screen with
You
Twitch.
can you can do more things in the chat too than you
And then
can
you
on
can,
YouTube.
yeah, and you have all kinds of viewing hours. You get bits or tokens or whatever they call them, and you can spend them on different things and make noises and have different uh, emojis pop up on the screen by spending a little bit of the free stuff that you get while you're watching the hours.
Yeah, I scolded my son the other day.
Was he being bad?
Well, he took my fart away. He's got that little fart thingy that
Oh,
you can buy. Well,
yeah.
he took my fart away, and I said, "You took my fart away."
Well, that's what happens when you abuse your privileges.
Well, he took a bunch of his little thingies away, and I said,
Well,
"I like that fart sound because it always kind of scared him, especially when he had his headphones on." And so I spanked him instead, so you can hear the slap, so you
it's
heard the
probably
spank in the background.
it's probably payback from you taking stuff away from him when he was a child. Now he gets to return the favor. He's
Uh,
in control. All right. Well, now we've almost made it to 3 o'clock. So I
it's
am.
3:13,
We've been on for
3:14.
2 hours and 42 minutes.
And 31 seconds, 32 seconds, 33, 34,
All right,
35,
that's
36.
enough.
All right. Well, we love each and every one of you. Thank you so much for joining and hanging out and just talking about whatever.
Please
And
like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, like we said earlier. It helps us out a lot. Please tell your friends and family if they're into this kind of thing, or
share it out.
share it out. Tell everybody that we just love everybody and we just want to have a nice conversation with everybody and just talk about all these theories and all these different aspects of the paranormal and UFO community and cryptids and all the high strangeness that's happening in this world, whether it's through portals or through our ever changing world. I mean, we don't know, and I'm not going to go down that subject now that I mentioned it, but
Hmm?
we will say goodnight to you all, and we love you, and be kind to everybody if you can, and show some
Love
kindness and
you.
love.
We love you. We love you. We love you.
See you next time. Bye. Love
Bye.
you.